Hi guys, it's Vanessa from The Whole Story. Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a quick October favorites video before we get too far into November. So I'm just going to share with you a couple of things I loved in the month of October. So my first favorite is a book I read. It is called Delicious and it is by Ruth Reichl, I believe is how you say it. And this is just a really great, easy read for anyone who loves to read fiction, especially in the realm of all things foodie. This story focuses on a young girl who moves to New York to pursue her dream of writing for her favorite magazine, and it's just full of like descriptive words, and you know, she describes all of the food she eats, the smells, the textures, and it's just like, it's kind of foodie porn if you're into that kind of thing. So it was just a great, really easy read and really enjoyable. So check that out. That's delicious. And just a quick beauty favorite this month, I'm back using my Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Foundation. This is a great, mostly all-natural brand that I try to buy when I have the urge to splurge on a product. And I didn't use this in the summer because the shade I have is a little too light, but it's a great full coverage foundation. It doesn't feel too heavy on the skin, and like I said, they're pretty good about all natural ingredients as well as no animal testing. So Tarte's a great brand if you kind of try and steer clear of all that nasty stuff. So I loved this guy. And then for a home favorite, I love J.R. Watkins room sprays. I have this one in aloe and green tea, and it's just a really nice natural room spray that will defunkify any room that maybe doesn't smell as fresh as it should. And you just kind of spritz it wherever you want to get rid of some minor odors, and it's a really clean smell without being too overpowering, and kind of, you know, some room sprays have a tendency to make you kind of like nauseous by how strong they are. So this is a great natural version of that, and it just kind of gives the room a clean smell without being too overpowering. And I have two food favorites this month. The first one I have is the Dr. McDougall's. This one is the tomato basil soup in a cup, and I also really love the ramen and the no chicken noodle, and they're all vegan and they're all pretty much natural. It's just freeze-dried veggies and usually some kind of pasta noodles. And I love these because they kind of give me a throwback to my ramen noodle days, and which I don't eat anymore because ramen noodles are obviously full of garbage. These are a great alternative because they're more natural, but they kind of have that same vibe if you're into that kind of thing. But yeah, I just find these really easy in a pinch. They're a great snack. They're not super caloric, so I wouldn't say they're a great meal, but I like having these late at night while I'm watching TV and kind of chilling out, and especially when it gets cold out, nothing's better than soup. So Dr. McDougall's is kind of my go-to junk food right now. And then the last thing I have food-wise is the green superfood by Amazing Grass. I've used this for years now. This is just kind of, it's full of a bunch of greens. This one specifically has wheatgrass, barley grass, alfalfa, spirulina, broccoli, spinach, carrot, rose hips, etc., etc. It's just full of a bunch of really great foods. It's a powder. I usually either just use a scoop and drink it straight with water, which it is kind of earthy, so beware of that. But I also really love putting a scoop in my favorite smoothies with just frozen banana, a splash of almond milk, maybe a protein powder if I've just worked out, and topping it with granola, and you can barely taste this. It turns your smoothie completely green, but you can't taste it as much, so I love using the Amazing Grass in my smoothies. It gives me a great boost of energy, and it just kind of makes me feel like I'm doing something good for my body, which is never a bad thing, so I like to use that pretty regularly. My one fashion favorite for the month is actually something I got from Buffalo Exchange, which is a secondhand store, and this is a kimchi blue dress. I can't see if you can see it. It's just a really cute, simple red floral pattern dress. It has buttons down the front and really short sleeves, and I think this style of dress is awesome for fall because it's great to put with tights and a cardigan and a jacket and a scarf. Like, it's just a great layering dress, which is kind of my sweet spot in the fall. The more layers, the better. So yeah, it's just a really cute floral pattern, and I know kimchi blue is usually sold at Urban Outfitters, so I'm sure they have a version of this right now if you like that kind of thing as well. So I'm totally going to wear the crap out of this and get my $10 worth in no time. Okay, and then just some quick entertainment favorites of the month. I have been watching the heck out of 2 TV shows, Gilmore Girls and American Horror Story, which are pretty much polar opposites, but they both have kind of sucked me in. Gilmore Girls I've watched before, but I was never like in love with it like other people. It was just before my time. Just a mother and daughter TV show. They have an awesome relationship. They're best friends. They live in this super charming little town in Connecticut full of like crazy character actors. It's just really fun to watch, and like I said, it just sucks you in, and I've been watching it pretty much non-stop. And the other thing I'm watching is American Horror Story, and I am not a horror fan. I am not someone who gets excited for new scary movies, but it was Halloween night and my boyfriend and I wanted to watch something scary. And I was like, hey, let's just check it out. Let's just see how it is. And yeah, 1 episode quickly became 2, 3, 4, and 5, and etc, etc. So we're pretty much done with season 1. We just started it, so we have I think 3 more seasons to go, but we've really been enjoying it. It's super dark, it's twisted, like of course you have to like that kind of thing to get into it, which I do. I mean, Breaking Bad and 6 Feet Under are 2 of my favorite shows of all time, and they are certainly dark as well. And it's a lot more than a horror TV show, so don't let that sway you. Like, definitely check it out and give it a shot, because it's got some great acting and great storylines and just awesome visuals. So yeah, check that out if you haven't already. I'm sure you have though, because everyone and their mother watches it. Okay, and just one skincare favorite and then I will be all done. I have picked up my 3rd jar of the organic Trader Joe's coconut body butter. This is my first one for this season, but I've used it past winters as well, and I love this stuff. Again, it is cruelty free. The ingredients are pretty decent, and it is just an amazing body butter if you're someone who gets super dry when it gets cold and wet and dry out. Wet and dry, but you know, when it gets cold out and your skin kind of feels all of those harsh weathers of the season. This guy's really awesome. It's so thick, it feels like it's pretty much straight coconut oil. If you use coconut oil as a skincare already, you'll love this stuff. It's basically coconut oil but with a really nice butter consistency, and it smells amazing. It smells like vanilla coconut, like a baked good. And yeah, this guy I use pretty much as soon as it gets cold and windy around here. I've used it probably 3 years in a row now, and it's super affordable. I think it's only like $5, and it's a pretty decent size jar. It's 8 ounces, so that is the Trader Joe's coconut body butter if you are looking for an affordable alternative to the body butters from the Body Shop. This one is pretty solid, and I highly recommend it if you struggle with dry skin like I do. Okay, so that's gonna be it for my October favorites. I hope you enjoyed. Please let me know what you loved in the month of October and what you're looking forward to in the month of November. So let me know what you've been loving the past month, and leave it in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I would really appreciate it, and I will talk to you soon, and have a good one. Bye.